Hey, it's your girl Angela.
It's your guy Mike D.
And we are the Uncomfortable Truths Podcast, presented by NSN, live from Brown Sugar Water Studios.
We created this podcast to have unfiltered, unapologetic, and authentic conversations through the lens of a Black millennial couple.
We'll be sharing stories about everyday life while also providing insights. So kick back, grab your drink, and let's get into the uncomfortable truth.
Hello. Yes, everyone. We are back. It's the Uncomfortable Truth Podcast. And I'm Mike D, and I'm here with my baby, my other half, Angela. How you doing, baby?
Happy Wednesday.
It's Friday.
I know, but we are recording
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth to y'all. But you say it on Friday. Juneteenth not until Saturday.
Oh. Happy June 18th, everybody.
What you talking about?
And that's the thing about recording on Wednesdays and then dropping on a Friday. I try to do like the best to make it seem like if we drop it on the day people are listening, but we can't keep up with all that. It is Wednesday.
Everyone knows podcasts are pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know. I know. But so, how are you doing?
I am good. I just took my daily nap because, I believe in that rest is liberation. So I am doing really good, feeling really well, rested and ready for my second half of the day. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. We hit the hill at the park.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's why you were knocked out. We've been doing really great because of you. I got the ball. I brought the ball to the park, and you got the ball rolling. And when I say that, I mean I introduced us to Run Ravendale, and then but you took it to another level where you wanted to run every day, and like you go get dressed and you just look at me like, let's go, it's time.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. But now I'm trying to take us to another level, and I added a little bit of endurance. And then I added the hill today, which you had fun though. Yeah,
I had to tell one of these white people out here to move, but
yeah, her pit bull. Shout the pit bulls.
Pit bull that ran up to me. I said, "Oh Lord!" It looked friendly though. It was a friendly pit bull.
It picked up the leash and tried to hand it to you.
I know, but I was like, "Oh, I hope this is." I was like, "Oh, it's a play run. It's not a. I'm about to get you."
No, it was good.
If I'm about to get you, I was gonna jump over that fence, child.
So we had a good run at the park.
Yes.
So my energy is good. I did ref yesterday, so I'm back into that. So I'm happy about that, and that's going to be a topic for next week. So everyone stay tuned for that. Not refereeing, but just tune in next week. You'll see it. So we have that going on. Mm-hmm. What else going on? Lita's in your lap this week. Last week you were jealous.
Jump down.
I think she want to get in my lap.
She might want to get in your lap. My lap, I keep moving so much.
Come on, Lita.
You can hear all these chairs creaking. Go ahead, Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Lita is now in my lap.
So that's where Lily is.
So yeah,
you're gonna have to close your.
I can't say it like that, baby. That's the difference between me and you. So, what else going on? Lita's here. The vibes are good. We have our Blake's Hard Cider. Shout out to Blake's. It's a Michigan staple. If y'all don't know, it's an apple orchard here.
You sure are asking like you want one of they sponsors.
Yo, hey, Blake's, y'all can sponsor us so you can go right here.
I just said white people, they ain't gonna do
nothing. Right, I was thinking that.
They're gonna be like, I'm good. Pass on that.
Okay, so we seem to be both in a good mood, and it's probably because the topic that we are talking about today.
I mean, it's because I took a nap, so.
Oh, and you took a nap, and we had some good food, and we worked out. See, baby, we doing things right over here.
But I really want some greasy food, but we ain't gonna go there.
You were talking about deep fried Oreos
every time
and
I
catfish.
Run, I be like, I want some Oreos.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the topic shortly, but we ran the mile and did the hills. How many times we go up the stairs? So okay, it's not a hill, it's stairs. If you ever ran stairs before, you know how tough those are. But those stairs lead to it goes up a hill, and then but you have to go down those stairs. So we hit the stairs maybe what 10 times, seven times, 8? Yeah, I'm not sure. And then after that, we ran back to the house. And when we got there, we went for like a little walk around the block just to cool down, get a heartbeat down.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Can we walk by the burger place so I can smell the food while we walking?" It was like, baby, if you don't get out of here.
I just like smelling food. Like,
That was hilarious.
I remember that one time we ran by Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And it smelled really, really, really
Man,
good.
it smelled like I was in Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we just like run by shit, we don't gotta order nothing. We ain't gotta stop in. But we just run by it. Like, that makes me run harder. I kid you not. If somebody put a burger in front of me, I'm running to get that burger. Like, it just makes a difference because it's like, all right, outside is outside, but it's like, oh, it smells like food. Like, that smells so good to me.
No, and this one thing that we do or that we've done is we worked out and ran like I think it was a 5K, so like 3.5 miles, and then we ran to Dairy Queen. Amazing. After.
I really want to do that again.
So that's something that we're gonna keep doing. Do like a 5K to like 3 miles and like run to like Subway or run to like Jackson 5-Star or something.
Yeah. I was like, no Subway.
Well, you mentioned Subway the other day. That's why
I did, but then like it passed.
Yeah, we was walking past it. You was like, "Ooh, Subway." You was there. Oh.
Leah's trying to get comfortable. She can't.
I know. Come on, lady. We podcasting. All right. Well, let's get into the topic then. Because we can talk about us and walking by food all
day. Damn day. It's just something about it. All right.
So, what is today's topic?
We are talking about Juneteenth.
Shout out to Juneteenth. All right. So, great. So, you want to give the people a little background. Everyone should know what Juneteenth is by now. But for those who may not, let them know what is Juneteenth and why is it important.
How did y'all find this if you don't know what Juneteenth is? All right, that's neither here nor there. But I am reading from the Human Archive, which is like a really great Instagram. A guy on Instagram who has like a really good profile on like historic information all the time. So on one of his posts this week, he talked about Juneteenth, and Juneteenth commemorates the most. It commemorates the ending of chattel slavery. I just skipped some words. That's unnecessary. But yes, it's when chattel slavery ended in the U.S. and it began in Galveston, Texas, in 1865.
Okay.
So it was 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and freedom was delayed. The news of freedom was delayed to the people who were enslaved in Galveston.
Wasn't no internet back then.
Yeah, they were the last to know. So this.
You know how mad I'd be.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm the last to know.
That's because the slave owners. Yeah. Everybody else was invested in them remaining slaves.
Not knowing, yeah.
Even white people that own slaves, they ain't tell them slaves they was free. So they kept them in bondage 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. And Juneteenth is just a celebration and the liberation of us 4 million people from bondage. But we got to acknowledge that after bondage, what waited for us was a period of time where Jim Crow and the Black Codes and everything else to keep us down, and we stay down all these centuries later to this point. So it's just like, we got liberated from slavery, but what do we get liberated into? Because they developed new ways to keep us enslaved, and the developments are just, increasing, expediting, taking different shapes and forms day by day. But if you look at the mass incarceration system and the military police, then you really see like, all right, this is how this still rocks. Sort of like the school to prison pipeline, all right. But that's a little bit about Juneteenth in 1865. I mean, it was not that long ago. What was it, 2021? I ain't about to do the math, but you can do the math. And people are like, oh, slavery was so long ago, or why can't you get over it? Skirt.
Well,
You know?
your grandfather was born what 1927 maybe
Yeah.
somewhere around there. So I mean, he possibly may have met somebody in his life that
He
was
has
I'm sure like
that was on the slave block
yeah
being
exactly.
sold.
So no, it's not that. If somebody's alive that knows somebody that
And then I'm alive, I know my grandfather.
yeah
Like,
like that's like two degrees of separation.
yeah, and I got descendants that were victims of the white racist massacre in Tulsa.
Okay, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So okay, so for people like me that's not as smart
You
as
are so
Angela,
smart.
pretty much what you just said is that Juneteenth is like black people Independence Day, like Adolf's people Independence Day. It's
What's
our Fourth
Adolf?
of July, African descendants of slaves. So essentially, it's our Fourth of July. So and Buffalo is a real big holiday. It's a parade, 3-day weekend parade, and it's something that we always celebrated there every year. Even though it did get dangerous the last 10 years or so, with somebody getting shot and killed every year, unfortunately. But it's our 4th of July. It's our Independence Days when our ancestors, our last of their ancestors, were freed. So pretty much today they voted. The Senate passed the bill that it became a national holiday, and I think the House is voting on it next Wednesday,
Or when's today?
or today. So it may be a federal holiday by the time everyone is listening to this.
Well, racist crime bill Joe has to sign it too.
Oh, really? Does
Yeah,
he?
he has to sign it. It has to go through the Senate, the House, then racist.
Yeah, I mean,
Joe.
it's gonna Joe gonna sign it.
Joe's gonna be like, Kamala. No, Kamala's gonna be like, just do it, Joe. We did the Asian hate crime bill. We gotta give the people who voted us in something, right, Joe?
Well, if them giving us Juneteenth as a national holiday is something, then they can keep that.
My God, they gave us some crumbs. We ain't asked for none of this.
Right? I was fine with. All right, we can get into that later.
I ain't asked for
none
of this. Yo, white people's missing the mark every goddamn.
We can get into that. We can get into that.
First day delay. News of emancipation in Galveston, Texas. Now this. I'm kidding. It's not an even comparison at all, but.
But I mean, it just
it's
shows
so symbolic.
You that we shout out to Cinco de Mayo, but we celebrate that more here than Juneteenth.
Not no right.
I'm just saying it just shows you because if I'm not mistaken,
is that
I believe
holiday?
That's not. I don't think it's national holiday, but it's celebrated.
That just threw me left. Like,
it's celebrated like it is.
Oh yeah, Juneteenth. I would say the celebrations. Like you tell me about.
Nobody knows. When I came into work, I think in 2019, and talked about Juneteenth.
Yeah,
nobody
no one was
knew
talking
who
about
it was, but
they were just like.
But with Cinco de Mayo, I believe that's Mexican Independence Day.
Okay, I skipped that history lesson because I don't remember.
And
they defeated the French.
Yeah, and granted, no, that's us just kind of cultural appropriation. And by us, I don't mean me, but people.
Is it a federal holiday? That just threw me off when you said that.
That's not a federal holiday.
That's why I was like, what?
But
are you
the fact that
about?
we celebrate like it do. When the last time you
don't celebrate it.
I know. I'm saying that's why I said us. I don't mean us, but America. People literally. We went to one, or I went to one. It was not one Mexican person in sight, and we just drank margaritas.
It might have been a white passing Mexican.
Nah, it wasn't.
You sure?
It could have been.
It's not a white passing Mexican.
But it wasn't. It was my boy house.
Oh well.
It was no Mexican, no white passing Mexicans there that day.
Well.
But I'm just saying. So that's with them passing the bill, it's like I feel some type of way about it. But we gonna get into that later. So I want to stick on a positive note. I want to stick on a positive note.
Shout out to Cinco de Mayo though.
So
and everyone who celebrates it the right way. Like
exactly.
Let me just talk about that, and I see what you're saying now. Like.
So, but we're gonna get into that. So that's why I say I want to put a pin in that. I want to just keep it positive for now. So Juneteenth news.
Look it up.
Like I said, when did you find out about Juneteenth? Because even black people weren't hip about Juneteenth until really last year. So when did Juneteenth become something in your life?
I feel like I always knew about it because there wasn't like a particular moment where, like, you know, I learned about it. It was just something that I knew, probably because my family was just so pro black.
Yeah.
And never was talked about in school, obviously.
Nope.
But yeah, I think it's something I know, but I didn't like celebrate or do anything for it until like we got together.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. Was it important for me to be up on it and to actually know what it was, or did that
Um,
not be it? Was that important to you?
no, I mean, what was important is how you treated me.
Okay.
But you us growing and learning together. I mean, that was important. So
Well, I remember when we had just started talking, and I was going to a Juneteenth event, or you were going to the Juneteenth event, and I was surprised because I was looking for one here, and because I was used to Buffalo having a big parade, but now I was here, it's like, man, what's going on for Juneteenth, and I couldn't find anything. So when you mentioned it, or I mentioned it, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but for the most part, it was like you was the only one here that I could talk to Juneteenth about. And because you sent me where the celebration was, because I was looking for it, and I didn't know how to find it, but you knew the people on Facebook that you needed to follow to be hip on it, and you said you was going to go, but you didn't end up going. It wasn't no crazy event or anything like that, but it was nice that you knew about it. But I was so surprised because in Buffalo, it's just a thing. Like everybody knows about Juneteenth, whether you know what it's symbolic of, you know about Juneteenth. And here in Michigan, I really didn't find that. Okay, so it was important. That's fine. So story time. The only reason why I asked when did you find out about it is because we threw a Juneteenth party in 2019.
yeah,
2018
that
was
was the blackest
yeah, exactly.
thing. It was our Wakanda. It's like welcome to Wakanda.
Is that welcome to Wakanda? So 2018 we met and we were talking about you sent me the Juneteenth thing. 2019 we decided to
We
do
was
something
together
here.
then.
Yeah, we were together. I had my roommate at our old spot. But like I said, nice spot, nice yard, basement. And I was so used to doing something for Juneteenth, and at the fact that it didn't have anything here, I thought that was a shame.
But Detroit's like a really black city.
And Detroit is super pro black, so that's why I was.
I wouldn't say it's pro black, but we are a
Compared to
black city.
other places, like Detroit show up for black people. I give that to them. I'm not talking
Detroit
about compared
people,
to DC or
I'm not
other
talking about
places.
leadership then.
I'm not talking about leadership. I'm talking about the people that live here. Like, well, and as always, I'm comparing it to what I know. Like, I'm not comparing it to what you experienced. I mean,
I'm about to say,
you were in South Africa for 6 months. I don't know, but
no, it
as
has
far
nothing to do with South Africa.
I know, I'm just saying, but as far as Buffalo and how we maneuver there compared to this is totally different. So that's why I was saying that was a surprise at the fact that no, we didn't have anything here. So
because Detroit's not a pro-black city.
Now
we got something because now it's like, oh, if you don't do it, and now it looks bad. But it's a very reactive response as to why we have something this weekend. But I ain't going.
Oh, I'm not I'm not talking about the leadership and somebody from the top down doing it, right? I'm talking about just grassroots. I'm talking about the black people that I've met here. Every single person that I've met here has been pro-black.
But we're not like grassroots. Working in grassroots organizations black.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not saying like, you going a little deeper into it. Like, I'm just saying from the group chats that I'm in, the different parties, the whole young black professionals, like
they ain't grassroots.
The going to like people tend to frequent and throw parties at black owned businesses. Like, compared to what goes on in Buffalo, it's none of that there. And you know that. You've seen that. You've seen the schools. You've seen the teachers and everything.
It looks just like Detroit teachers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about the school system here. Like I don't know even the high school still. But just the people that I met.
No, they
Nah, you're right. I don't. I'm good.
We need to move like today. Like I don't need to be here.
So I'm like, all right, let's throw a Juneteenth party. I think that'd be dope. I think we get people together, black people together, to have a good time, and we go from there. So you invited your friends, I invited my friends,
which was a mix of non-black people too.
Well, yeah, we had a couple white people here.
Yeah, and at first, there was a place of contention. I'm like, but I want my friends to feel like safe and like they can be themselves at this Wakandan event. Like usually, it's not the case when there tends to be a mixed crowd.
It wasn't mixed. We had like 3 white people here.
But still, it can still be contentious.
Oh, it can be. It can be.
But we were lucky that it wasn't, because I was totally against it.
I won't say we were lucky. I wouldn't invite anyone here to the event that was going to make it about them. Right? If they knew what Juneteenth was, I made sure everyone knew what. They looked it up. They got educated about the event before they came.
There was a slight separation though, but we won't.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have that, but it's like I don't want to focus on negative.
That was pretty negative. All them separating folks.
We had a Juneteenth party. We had karaoke. We were dressed in our all black, not all black, but we had our black gear on. You had your Angela Davis shirt on. The A for Angela Davis. I had my Kaepernick. Yep, I had my Kaepernick shirt on. We were grilling. We had music. We had games. People was playing cards. People were smoking.
People brought their kids though. Shout out to the babies. The babies had to see it.
Yeah, the babies had. Hey, a party is not complete unless you have a baby sleep in some room on coats.
The baby was not asleep.
The baby was lit outside playing with the balls.
Yeah.
Like we had a little bit of everything. We had a tent. It was a great time. To the fact that people hit us up like after, and was like, "Yo, that was so much fun." Like, I never been to a Juneteenth party. I didn't know what it was until I came to your spot. Like when I'm coming next year. Yeah, right. Yeah. People was gonna travel from different states to come because they see how much fun we had.
People definitely travel from different states to come, and
yeah, it was dope. It was lit.
Yeah, hosting it now, that's a little bit of a juggle, but it was nice to see people like being relaxed. Yo, someone tried to have beef with me. A person will not be invited to these parties again. Since you talk about the good stuff, I'm talking about the other stuff. I'm
going to say, you trying to be negative the whole podcast.
You talk about the positive stuff. I mean, the food
It's Juneteenth. It's celebration.
I didn't get all of the what was it? The crab legs? I didn't even have none.
Yeah, crab legs those went super quick.
I'm like, how the host not even have crab legs? That's why I don't invite. That's why I don't have party.
It was over. If you wasn't in line for those crab legs, they weren't even supposed to be crab legs. They were supposed to be mixed in for like the seafood pasta.
I didn't even get the seafood pasta.
The macaroni went immediately. That went immediately.
So I ain't hosting. Y'all take all the food. Don't leave nothing
we had catfish. We didn't have any leftover food really. Maybe a couple burgers or some chicken or something. Besides that, people came and ate. Like people still see me to this day. Like, yo, bro, we throwing another one. Man, they had crab legs.
I can't wait to answer that question. Come on, bring that question up.
Okay, well that's my next question then. So you wouldn't want to have another Juneteenth party?
Ask me the question.
Would you throw another one?
No.
Why not?
I know how important Juneteenth is, but like during that time, I wasn't honoring the fact that I don't like to host parties. I was extending myself to beyond proportions to host it. So I didn't necessarily enjoy it as much as someone who went.
Of course not. No, you never do.
So I don't like hosting parties. I realize. Also, I'm not an extrovert. Like I get drained from social interaction. So I'm happy that it was memorable, but like I remember not getting food and being mad about it. And then like I remember having some fun moments like karaoke and stuff, but like I was anxious a lot. Like I had a lot of anxiety, social anxiety that I just wasn't honoring. So I would not host it again. But I'm happy that we hosted that just so I could see, what it was like to host a bigger party. But it's just definitely not me. Next time I think I'd rather go to a party. But am I going to parties nowadays with this whole pandemic and shit? Nah, not really. So, it was a one and done type of deal. I also know that the money we put into it was a lot. And that's just beyond any budget I can see now. So yeah, and then cleaning up after was ass.
What?
I mean, it wasn't that party.
I don't remember cleaning up after. I said, to be honest, I know you weren't living there, so I don't know how much cleaning up after you did.
I mean, I was thinking about Halloween parties and stuff and birthday parties, but
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I don't like hosting, so that's my long answer for no.
Okay.
I would rather want to go to a bigger event, like something like on the Buffalo scale, like a city event. Mm-hmm. If I'm feeling up to it, if it looks safe. And then I'll get into what I'm doing this year for Juneteenth.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Would you?
Yeah, no, I definitely want to run it back. I wanted to run it back this year, but we end up moving, and the pandemic is still, people are doing stuff, but we didn't know what was what, so we didn't have one. I'm definitely down to run it back, but it probably won't be until we get our own spot.
And if it's a condo, we ain't having
nothing. Yeah, no. We would need our own spot, backyard, everything, little room for people to move, because we had a ton of people and we probably want to have more. And I don't know. It's almost like not to say that I feel responsible because I don't want to go that far, but like if we don't throw a party, who will?
I mean, other people. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Now people might be doing something like that.
They're having parties and there are other events going on. Like it won't be the only place.
But ain't gonna be lit like ours was.
But now Angela's anti Periana. Like I don't do that.
So
I keep to myself. Like, I mean, maybe in a couple of years things will cool down with the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And
it won't be till we get our own spot.
And you can host this Juneteenth bash.
It's going up. If I'm hosting, and I'm doing everything.
You are, and I'll be sitting
it's
right
up.
here.
All right, it's up, y'all.
I'll be eating crab legs, just sitting down. Angela, where's that? I don't know. Ask Michael.
I'm gonna have the Juneteenth strippers there.
Oh my goodness.
I'm shaking for freedom. Gotta so if you.
What is wrong with you?
Everybody go listen to our last
episode.
So
cringy.
Everybody go listen
I'm just having a cringy time recording this episode. Oh my goodness. Next question.
All right, so you mentioned that you're doing something dope this year. We are not having a party.
Praise the Lord.
So what are you doing instead to celebrate Juneteenth?
I am participating in a Black Writers Write-In on Saturday.
Okay.
It's hosted by somebody. I can't remember it now, but they are hosting a write-in. I saw it. I said, "Oh, this is perfect for me." It's about Black people. It's about Black people writing together, and it's on Juneteenth. Perfect.
Okay.
And I'm also attending a virtual conference about
so
Black
you working?
People in writing. Yeah. I mean, my descendants, like, we couldn't write. It was illegal. Like, they would punish us for doing such things. So when I think about liberation, I think about the freedom to express myself and to create. And the fact that, even the last of us, like, they didn't have that type of liberty legally. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a very niche type celebration. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing. What are you going to be doing?
I would say I'm not doing anything. I have zero plans. Right now on my calendar, I have Angie oil change and I have In the Heights. So
maybe some outdoor stuff.
Yeah, some weeds to pull. But I would say this: I do like what you are doing, even though we called it work. It's not really work. It is something that you enjoy. But the fact that you're doing something that our ancestors couldn't do legally, I think that is a pretty good way to celebrate it. So if you're reading, writing, anything to that nature, just to say,
Resting. If you
yeah,
got
resting, exactly. I think that's pretty dope. I like that.
Yeah, but there's no proper way to celebrate it. Like, you can't do anything wrong unless you do nothing. So I will try to encourage Mike to do something black.
Every day I wake up, I'm doing something black.
Sorry, that's right.
Living in the white man. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Especially with your locks and stuff. I mean, you black. So I mean, I'm definitely wear my Juneteenth T-shirt. I'm very happy. Okay. I love that T-shirt. And there is some type of Juneteenth stuff going on, but the coronavirus is still a little bit too hot for me to be around people, and I don't even like seeing people like that. Okay,
well, we're going to get into that in 2 seconds. Hold that thought, baby, because that's going to be my uncomfortable truth.
I can't talk about what they doing in Detroit.
Yeah, you can do that with my uncomfortable truth. Oh. So, you want to go first?
Nah, you prepared. I don't have an uncomfortable truth yet.
Okay, but see, my uncomfortable truth is more so in a comfortable question. So Juneteenth is a national holiday now.
Well, right. Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Maybe when everyone is listening to this, by next week it will be for sure. I can't see them voting it down, especially with Biden and Kamala. If they vote it down, then
they're gonna give us that. They say this is what we did for black people during our 4-year presidency, because I ain't voting for y'all niggas again now.
Yeah, exactly. So this is their big ticket, I guess.
This is a big ticket item for us. Here y'all go.
Oh, it's crazy.
This is what I gave y'all: a PTO day if your company believes in it. If a federal employees, y'all get off anyway.
I'd go for a PTO day if I'm using a vacation day Friday, so if I had PTO, that'd be nice, I guess. Yeah. But so for me, it's national holiday, and it's just gonna happen. Like, I think I said on here, I was a part of the Juneteenth committee in Madison Heights. I don't know if I've ever said that or not. I did like 1 or 2 meetings.
You were like, it's quiet.
But we were moving, so I didn't see a reason to continue it, because like I'm not gonna be in Madison Heights for Juneteenth. I'm too busy moving to even do any of this stuff, so I just stopped showing up. But it was me, a black lady, and maybe 4 other white people that was doing the event. And you say that Detroit is doing something. I don't know who's running that. I know Flint has something, right? So it's going to get a lot of attention now since last year with Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. It was the big movement for Juneteenth. It's going to keep going, and if it keeps this trajectory, it's going to get whitewashed. If it's not already there, are we okay with that, or were we okay with the alternative of just black people celebrating it amongst black people?
I like that one.
So so you don't want it to get whitewashed.
I don't need white acceptance for something to be recognized. Like, that's how we get into that elitist type culture or commodifying it. Like, I don't need it. Okay.
So what's going on in Detroit then?
Oh, they're just having, like, you go to the Avenue of Fashion and do some shopping, walking.
Is it black-owned, businesses?
Okay. Livernois is black-owned, but let me tell you something. White companies got a strong part in how Livernois is looking. That being Quick and Bear, all of them, giving all those businesses loans. So, it's black-owned. A lot of equity and other business stuff is owned by white folk. Okay. But you will see a black face more than not. But that neighborhood is definitely being gentrified. So I expect it to be a mixed crowd if they feel comfortable. But I will not be there to find out. Guess I'll see pictures on Facebook.
My sister, she put up a post on Facebook, or not her, but she shared it, and I did too. Essentially saying, like, hey, with Juneteenth now being a national holiday, it's going to get whitewashed. And you're going to see stores like Target and Walmart now trying to profit off Juneteenth. Please, 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 please keep buying from local black vendors, like we did last year.
Is that message to black people or white people?
Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question. It's probably was to black people because it was saying keep buying. But also for if you have any white listeners out there, shout out to you. Please, please, please support a black business. If you can get some Juneteenth gear, do not go to Trader Joe's and pick up something off the rack, the Juneteenth rack. Please don't. Go find a local black business, a local black merchant, and support black people. Support black people, period. But especially for Juneteenth.
I mean, again, is that message to white people or black people? Because we be quick to not.
Man, he ain't give me an extra piece of fish, man. I ain't going, man, niggas. I swear to God, I hate. Hey, yo, people be
this
going.
Episode, y'all.
People be going crazy. Black people, we do gotta relax on critiquing black. So that's businesses.
Why I'm just like, but that message. So I get the message, but I seen it, but it's not something that I would share. Cause I'm like that should go without saying, and I feel like that type of cattle herding of people is just.
Sometimes people need a reminder,
okay,
right?
But like sharing that on Facebook though, like I just see, and this is when I'm like, all right, well I'm gonna do it anyway.
But no, well, think about the black people that wasn't hip to Juneteenth last year, or the year before that learned about what it was from us.
What if Walmart's the cheaper option than the black-owned colleges website right. where we got our t-shirts from? And then they sent our t-shirt super late. I had to wear Juneteenth on the 4th of July, which is fine because I don't really celebrate that anyway. Just like I don't care about the American flag, but what I'm saying is like, what if the more economical option is Walmart?
I would say this. I'm never going to tell someone how to spend their money.
But that's what that Facebook message does.
If you have the means where you can buy a $20 shirt from a black vendor this versus a $10 shirt from Walmart, right? At some point, we are already priced out the market, right? White people already have stuff at the lowest that they can sell it. We can't sell it at those prices yet. We don't got the amount of money to buy the amount of inventory, so it's cheaper.
But we
don't got we don't have the partnerships with the people that print the t-shirts, that make the t-shirts, that send the t-shirts.
Like the cost per t-shirt.
Yeah, everything's gonna be cost more.
That's what I wanted to get to though with that post. Like I kind of understand that post, but then I think about like, okay, what about people's resources or their amount of time? I totally am for people supporting black businesses, but there is a strong argument for people not being able to afford that.
I do think we push that narrative too much, right? I don't want to get too far away from Juneteenth, but black people are not just so poor out here that nobody could spend the extra $5 on a t-shirt. It is some people. But black people, we spend $500 on weave and Jordans. So you're talking about
ignorant people. So that message was for ignorant people.
It's for anybody who's going to buy a Juneteenth shirt this year.
But how you going to be ignorant but celebrate Juneteenth?
I mean, but what? If people do ignorant people do stuff every day.
But they go celebrate.
I just talked about people that celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Maybe I'm just
that have no clue what it is and they just drink tequila.
That's why I was so like caught off guard when you brought it up. I'm like, why are we talking about Cinco de Mayo?
Well, it's it's the whitewashing of it. The whitewashing of Cinco de Mayo. Like literally, people probably don't know. Like until you looked it up, I have no idea that they beat the French.
Me neither. Like
I just know is Cinco de Mayo. You go out. You see people in sombreros and drinking tequila.
And it's taco special.
And I would hate for that to happen to Juneteenth. I don't know what that will look like.
Ooh, I could make a short story about it, man.
Like, and we're going to go out and just everybody, like, you're going to see a random white person in, like, a Howard t-shirt. Like, you know.
I'm going to start peeing on myself if I see that shit. I'm like, I say, I'm gonna start speaking in tongues. You gonna be like, dang, I ain't know Angela was Episcopal. Shout
out to my Christians out there.
Shout out to my tongue speak
Yes, I don't know if people are speaking tongues.
Y'all gonna have to lay hands on the sister. She see that now.
Man, you get the oil out.
You better get the look.
Get
Get the
water.
oil, the water. Make sure you bring some fried chicken too, so I can wake up from my from passing out.
We'll see. So hopefully
White person Howard t-shirt.
I'm just saying. That's true.
This should be called. They gonna wear Howard t-shirts next.
I was in J.C. Penney's. What was this for?
J.C. Penney be good for like doing that too.
It was
though.
they were selling like HBCU. Yeah, I think I took videos like what the hell is it was like HBCU like Morehouse Spelman t-shirts. It was like yo, I looked up the CEO. It was a white guy.
Always.
And maybe the person that made the t-shirts that was black, but
they did black research.
Yeah, they did black research. They just trying to profit off the back dollar. Like
somebody just doing
the market was always there for Juneteenth and black people, black culture, whether it's black colleges. But it wasn't until last year when everything was going on, it became so popular that people knew they could monetize off of it. You had Amazon saying Black Lives Matter. You had Disney, had their Black Pixar movies. And
we took a moment. We were just like, man, what if they actually believed in that? What if they didn't just put this fake cover on the television and actually believed in Black Lives Mattering and actually believed
I know, we were so hopeful back then.
Juneteenth. We weren't hopeful. But we just cried because we knew it just wasn't true. Like it's the farthest thing from the truth. That's why I'm just like, let me get to my comfortable truth. Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday does not mean any progress has been made for black people. Because we have no political power. I listen to a room about reparations every Tuesday at 2 p.m. and I totally agree with them. The Democrats are not for us. It's time for me.
Hold on.
And us.
This is breaking news.
To stop believing that the Democratic Party is our party because it's not. They're the party for white passing people of color. They're the party for people who can give a slice of pizza to every person of color. Don't call me a person of color no more. Don't do that shit. Just don't. So all that to say, like, this symbolic nature of Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday is some bullshit. It's some shit that we did not ask for, and that's what a lot of people are saying. Like, we did not ask for this shit. Like, we asked for the defunding of the police. Like, get them out of the hood.
Anti-lynching bills.
We asked for anti-lynching bills. We asking for reparations. That's what we wanted. We didn't want Juneteenth to be a federal holiday. And yes, this is getting away from the topic of Juneteenth, but this is what happens in America when it's a bunch of clowns in Congress, and we voted for racist ass Joe because he was better than racist ass Trump. So now this is what we got. And then we got Kamala telling people don't come here.
After she was pretty much just flamed Trump for saying the same thing. It's all a game.
It's all a game. So all that to say is like, I hope that Juneteenth what it means. And then like Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday and all this wakes people up to be like, hey, we did not ask for this. Okay, it's a day off, but every other day, I hate what I'm doing. I hate who I am. I hate being black in America. I hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if we want to make this shit better, it's time for us to start getting people in office who actually care about our needs and wants. Some of us didn't need another day off. Some of us quit our jobs. People said, we're going to take the whole year off, i.e. me. We ain't about to be doing none of this bullshit no more. Period. So all that to say, it's really time to start getting some people in these seats to start paying these elections and stop pandering and stop letting these people pander to us for our votes and just to forget about us the next 4 months. Joe said reparations probably not going to happen. What we need is reparations. We need the economic boost. That's what we need. Juneteenth does nothing. Being a federal holiday, it does nothing for our schools. It does nothing for our children. Especially when the same motherfuckers saying that critical race theory is not going to be in the schools. They is fighting so that people do not have to teach about racism being a systemic thing. Oh, that lynching, that was just that one white man on his own accord doing that. That has nothing to do with how racism is even into the thinking and ingrained into people in this country. It has nothing to do with anything. Like, racism is detached from slavery. That's what they're trying to do with critical race theory. And I know I'm missing a lot of steps, but basically abolishing that. And I think like a critical race theorist. I actually do. So all that to say is like, you know, and I see a lot of arguments saying the same thing, but it's like, really? At this time, this is what y'all pass? Really? We can't get no anti-hate bills, but we get a holiday? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. And y'all commercialize it, y'all gonna see a whole lot of people's like, nah, ban that stuff. Alright, people gonna mess up, people gonna make t-shirts, whatever. But what we really need is, we need the political gains. So that's my uncomfortable truth. It felt quite comfortable for me saying it. But it's uncomfortable for you. Don't even listen no more. This podcast's not for you anyway. Periana. So.
I'm gonna let that breathe. I'm gonna let the beat breathe a little bit.
That's why I be writing my books. I said, let me write my books. Let me write a book I ain't never read before.
So, yeah, I would say that it's crazy that the same Republican
and they could
people that voted very quickly to pass, Juneteenth to become a federal holiday are the same Republican people that essentially are voting to pass a bill that would make it illegal to talk about Juneteenth in school.
Yeah, on a state level, on city level. And then the motherfuckers still ain't do nothing with HR 40. The House Resolution 40 for the study of reparations. As if we need another study. As if black people need another study on how racism impacts us. They say, we ain't gonna do no HR 40, but we're gonna give y'all niggas Juneteenth holiday and some bacon. Girl, that's not what I want. That is not what I wanted.
What's the bacon about?
Man, fucking the day off, man. PTO money, man.
Oh,
but look, black people was taking June 18th, June 19th off anyway. They was taking it off anyway. But your girl just said, fuck, I'm taking every day off.
Yeah, that was, I missed the silent protest.
It was a silent protest.
Like, right, I'm not showing up on this day, and y'all don't even really know why, but I'm not here. And
I know why.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was better.
But now they get days off too. I get a day off.
Now, they're like, I'm going to go to the boathouse.
Go up north for the weekend.
I'm about to ice fish. I'm going to go to Alaska ice fish. Okay, that's good for you, Jack.
Hey, thanks, niggas. I'm about to go to my boathouse for 3 days.
This country is so ass backwards. It'll make you feel crazy, but I kid you not. You read 1984. I just finished that book, by the way.
George
Orwell is definitely one of my favorite, only white male writers ever. But, like, if you read that book, and you think about what's going on, what's been going on, especially, what's been happening with voting rights and that being taken away. And then you think about how Florida was so quick to ban critical race theory anyway, because Florida is just, man, I don't know, man. Florida is like, any black people in Florida I need y'all to get out. Mike, your whole family in Florida, they need to go.
Shout out to on my family in Florida.
That's what I'm saying.
Where they at? Kissing me or something?
They in Florida. They need to.
They in a deep
them
Florida.
And the iguanas. Iguanas getting killed out there. They need to go. But seriously, we're 1984. A lot of shit will just become apparent to you. Like a lot of symbolic stuff. It's the brainwash. Just say, here we go. Here y'all go. Don't be mad.
2+2=5.
Here. This is how they keep on sedating us with the little Black Lives Matter.
Well, it's
I bet you Disney Plus somebody gonna have Happy Juneteenth. But y'all still coming out with Loki and Black Widow. Like, who are these white folks? Why they still getting movies? Where's my representation?
I would say this.
Let me stop playing.
I would say this. Disney tried to give Falcon his own show, and it was terrible.
No, Falcon had a half show because it was Falcon and then the other nigga.
Oh, and the Winter Soldier. Regardless,
he couldn't have his own show. That was purpose.
Disney, right? They did a terrible job of writing. They did a terrible job of writing. Well, cause
they put some interns on that project.
Like I'm reading Juneteenth right now by Ralph Ellison, But I know it's going to be a whole bunch of Juneteenth specials. Juneteenth this, Juneteenth that.
Happy Juneteenth, 50% off wings.
CNN going to have a doc about Juneteenth. It's going to be probably 20 white professors from Harvard talking about Juneteenth. Right? We're going to see it. So everybody just prepare for it. Just filter what you want to watch that day. What you want to consume. Make sure it's black. Make sure it's black people talking about us. Check out our podcast. Check out the NSN Network. It's a podcast for us, by us. When we talk about things that we want to talk about, how we want to talk about it.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, unfiltered. Giving it to you just how it is. So, all right. So, shout out to Juneteenth.
Ain't nobody asked for this being a federal holiday.
Nah, but I guess I take it. I mean, it's in a day that we can barbecue and just get up with other people.
Take it and expect nothing else. Sorry
hopefully they always make it on a Friday.
Oh yeah.
Versus the actual like the 19th. Just make it like the Friday before summer or something, or whatever, the third Friday of June, fourth Friday of June. Do it that way. Give us a Friday off. I'd be happy. I mean, I don't want like a random Tuesday off, a random Wednesday. I want Friday off. At least give us that. How
about give me another STEMI?
I mean, I'll keep that.
I'm about to send this to the representatives and senators of Michigan. I'm tired.
All right, baby. You have anything else? I think we covered Juneteenth up, left. We covered things adjacent to Juneteenth. You good? All right, so we see. So if we have another Juneteenth party, I told you, if I'm throwing it, it's going to be like a Juneteenth bachelor party.
That's fine. I enjoy people shaking it for freedom. Shake it for freedom.
Shake it for freedom. Shake it. All right, babe. Let's get out of here.
But before we go, always remember, it's better to be woke by the uncomfortable truth than rot to sleep with a bed of lies. Talk to you all next week.